right, good morning, North Texas. I'm Joshua Weisel here in the Weather 225 Storm Studios. We saw some storms overnight, and we're not quite done with that activity yet. So if you're getting up this morning and you're hearing some lightning and some thunder, we're not done with that activity. That's associated with a front that's going to bring us much cooler temperatures compared to what we saw yesterday. Some triple digits yesterday, and now we're into the mid-80s for some locations. That's quite a change in the forecast. So we're going to be anywhere from 85 to 88 degrees. Now, the metro is still going to be a little bit on the warmer side, especially some areas to the west as well, right around the upper 80s. But compared to the morning lows this morning that were forecasted upper 70s, lower 80s, it's only about a 7 to 10 degree difference between the morning lows and the afternoon highs with that system rolling in. So it's going to be warm, but it's not going to be, as warm as it was. So keep that in mind. It's also going to be humid with the activity we have throughout the morning. But this afternoon, once this activity starts to clear out, it may not be an overall bad afternoon, but we'll have to keep an eye out for some spotty showers. Overall, for the remainder of this morning through at least early afternoon, we've got some expected rain chances here with our algorithm picking up the entirety of the area into the high to very high category. Zooming into the metro, that includes the metro. In fact, areas to the west that have already seen some of that rainfall overnight, we've been mentioning that they could pick up maybe anywhere from 3 to possibly 5 inches of rain. That still looks to be the case. Now, for portions of North Texas into the metro, Red River counties, anything along those lines, I think that the totals are going to be a little bit more between that 2 to 4 inch range in terms of kind of the little bit higher end potential. But generally speaking, the majority of the area could see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rainfall. And as we zoom into the metro area, we'll show you, even though the rainfall totals may not look all that impressive, you have to keep in mind, we've had quite a bit of rainfall recently, so it may not take a whole lot to lead to some localized flooding, especially in some areas that have seen lots of rainfall in recent memory. So it may not take a lot for the metro, especially some of our area roads, to start seeing some ponding on the roadways this morning. So as you head out this morning, first of all, maybe potentially have the ways to receive alerts in the car. And we're not necessarily talking severe weather. We're also talking about flash flooding. Not everyone's going to see flash flooding, but with this rainfall, there could easily be some pockets of it, especially in some of our northern DFW counties. There could also be a couple strong to severe storms as well. Here's a look at that activity as it moves through. This is 8 in the morning. Some of these could be strong to severe with some hail and some damaging winds as it makes its way further to the east. This is right around 10, 11, and noon. And then by the time we get to the afternoon, a couple of scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms on the backside of the system will be possible into the early to mid-evening. This activity won't be widespread, but that activity in the early morning to midday, that'll be widespread in terms of the activity. Then as we make our way into Saturday morning, notice into Saturday afternoon, we'll have some additional rain chances that start to redevelop into the afternoon and evening. We'll have to keep an eye on that activity, but not as widespread in terms of the activity compared to today. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll let you know the very latest. In fact, we may even be doing some updates in the metro throughout the week here. So we'll let you know the very latest as we head into the week. So stay tuned. We've got the latest updates and everything like that going on. And, I'm a big Rush fan, and Rush is coming to Fort Worth this week. And so I'm excited for that. So one of the main changes with the forecast this week is, notice it's not into the 99 category for the afternoon highs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so, for me as a Rush fan, if I'm going to the concert, I'm looking at these temperatures and going, well, that's awesome. We're not talking any sort of, upper 90s as we're headed into that. I know we've also got the FIFA activities and everything along those lines. Regardless of what you're doing this week, this part of the forecast in terms of the temperatures, that looks spectacular because it's not the upper 90s, lower 100s. Keep in mind, though, there will be a chance for some spotty showers and some storms. So that's a look at what we've got going on there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, be alert this morning for the morning commute. So if you do come across any sort of ponding or flash flooding, don't drive through it. But we'll be here keeping an eye on all the activity. We'll let you know the very latest. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like our media and forecast, be sure to support us today on Patreon. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather 225 since 2015.